Hello dear students, today we are going to discuss about some special type of polyhedrons. We know that what are polyhedrons, we have already discussed. Now today we are going to discuss about some special polyhedrons, prisms. Now what is a prism? Prism is a solid or it is a polyhedron whose side faces are parallelograms and whose end faces or the bases are congruent and parallel rectilinear figures. That means they are solids which have two parallel flat or plane figures. That is, here if you see, this face is parallel to this face. Here you have a pentagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Similarly, here also you have a pentagon. These two pentagons are congruent and are parallel. So such figures which have two parallel faces which are congruent are called prism. Now if you see how many sides are there for the two faces, you see here 5 sides. So it is a pentagon here and here another pentagon. So how many sides are there? That many laterals faces will be there. See here one face, this one face, this one face, this one face and this one face. So 5 faces. These corresponding vertices are joined. Okay. So such figures are called prism. Now these parallel faces, they are called the base. What are they called? Base or ends. They are also called ends or base. Okay. So depending upon the shape of the base or ends, these prisms can be named. For example, here it is a pentagon, so it is called a pentagonal prism. If it is triangle, it is called a triangular prism. If it is a rectangle, it is called a rectangular prism. Here it is a pentagon, it is called a pentagonal prism. So depending upon the face, according to the shape of the base or the ends, we can name the prism. Okay. So what is a prism? Prism is a solid which has two congruent parallel faces. Okay. Now there are different types of prisms. Let us see that. Now in this particular figure, if you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides are there, so it is a pentagonal prism. These two sides are called base or end. Now see here this parts, the sides are there, they are called lateral face. So depending upon the number of sides of the base, that many lateral faces will be there. So here if it is a pentagonal prism, it will have 5 lateral faces. Okay. Now joining the center point of the base, here one base, here also. So joining the center point of the bases, if you draw a straight line, that is called the axis. Okay. Now if you see this is the height. Height is the perpendicular distance between the ends of the prism. Means from here to here, what is the perpendicular distance? That is called the height of the prism. Okay. Now if you see different types of prisms, some prisms they have this bases will be regular polygons. Here it is not a regular polygon. If all the 5 sides are equal, then we call them regular, right? So any polygon with equal sides are called regular polygons. So if the bases of a prism are regular polygons, such prisms are called regular prisms. Okay. So what are regular prisms? Regular prisms are the prisms in which the bases are regular polygons. Now what are right prisms? You see here, if the lateral edges of a prism, see here, these are called the lateral edges. Okay. If the lateral edges of the prism are perpendicular to its base, you see here, everywhere here, this angle will be 90 degree, this angle will be 90 degree, this will be 90, this will be 90. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This lateral edges will make 90 degree angle with the base of the prism. Then such type of prisms are called right prism. So what are right prism? If the lateral edges of a prism are perpendicular to its base, such prisms are called a right prism. And if it is not 90 degree, such prisms are called oblique, O-B-L-I-Q-U-E, oblique prisms. Okay. Now, what type of prism is this? Here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a pentagonal prism. Now let us see one triangular prism. Now this one is a triangular prism. Why is it called a triangular prism? Here there is a triangle, here there is a triangle. So both the bases are triangles. Now the point which join the center of both the bases is called the axis. Okay. Now here how many vertices are there? You see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices. Now how many edges are there? You see 1, 2, 3. Down also 3, so 6. Then lateral ones 7, 8 and 9 edges are there. Now how many lateral sides are there? Lateral faces are there? 3. How many sides will be here? That many lateral faces will be there. So total 3 lateral faces. So total faces, if you see, 3 lateral and 2 plane. So total base 2 bases. So 2 plus 3, 5 faces. So this is called a triangular prism. Now see this is also a triangular prism, but it makes, you see, the lateral sides make 90 degree angles with the base. So such prisms are called a right triangular prism. Okay. So this is a right triangular prism. This here you see 1, 2, 3, 4. So these two sides are equal, these two sides are equal. So it is a rectangle. So this is called a rectangular prism. Okay. It has got 1, 2 bases, 4 lateral faces. And if you see the vertices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Edges, if you see 4 here, 4 down, then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 edges. So this way, when you get any prism or any polyhedron, you should be able to find out the number of faces, edges and vertices. Now another type of special polyhedron is pyramid. Now if you observe the pyramid, you will come to know there is only one difference, main difference between a prism and a pyramid. That here pyramid also has got a base, but only one base. The other point, the parallel face is missing. Instead of that parallel face, here we have a vertex which is called the apex. It is called apex, vertex or apex, apex of the pyramid. Okay. So, what is a pyramid? Pyramid is, what is a pyramid? Pyramid is a polyhedron whose base is a polygon. Here you can see a polygon, and whose side faces, all the side faces, lateral faces will be triangular in shape, and they meet at a point called the vertex or apex. So, what is a pyramid? Pyramid is a polyhedron whose base is a polygon and whose side faces or lateral faces are triangles having a common vertex, and this common vertex is called the apex. Okay. Now, what is the vertex? The common vertex of all the lateral faces of the pyramid is called the vertex or apex of the pyramid. Now, how to find the height of the pyramid? The length of the perpendicular from the vertex to the base, that is called the height of the pyramid. And axis is the straight line joining the vertex to the center point of the base, center point of the base joining to the vertex, that is called the axis. Okay. And the edges through the vertex of a pyramid are called, see from here, whichever edges are coming, they are called the lateral edges. And the sides faces of the pyramid are called, or any figure, whether it is pyramid or prism or any polyhedron, the side faces are called lateral faces. So, these are the special terms, new terms that you came across. You learned about prism, now you learned about pyramid. Okay. Just like we discussed about prism, if the base and the lateral edge make an angle of 90 degree, then they are called right pyramids, otherwise they are called oblique pyramid. So, here it is an oblique pyramid. See, this angle is not 90 degree, this is also not 90 degree. Okay, if this angle is 90 degree, then they are called right pyramid. Similarly, if the base is regular, then it is called a regular pyramid. Now, see here, this is making an angle of 90 degree, here also 90 degree. This is a right pyramid. Okay. So, the pyramids, in a pyramid, if the vertex of the pyramid lies on the perpendicular to its base, this vertex is perpendicular to its base, and if you draw a perpendicular from there to here, you see it is, see the center, and the axis, if you draw the axis, it becomes 90 degree here. Okay. If the vertex of the pyramid lies on the perpendicular, see this is the perpendicular and the vertex lies on the perpendicular. Such pyramids are called, what are they called? They are called right pyramids. And in regular pyramid we learnt, if the base of the pyramid is a regular figure, that is all sides of that base are equal, such pyramids are called regular pyramids. See here, this is a regular pyramid. If you see the base here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is a hexagonal pyramid. Okay. So, such type of, and this, it is a regular hexagon, all 6 sides are equal. Such pyramids are called regular pyramids, a pyramid in which all the sides of the base are equal. Such pyramids are called regular pyramids. In a right regular pyramid, if it is a right regular pyramid, then the lateral edges are equal. All the lateral edges will be equal and the lateral faces are congruent triangles. Okay. So, you learned about prism and pyramids in detail. So, now we will learn a formula to find the number of sides, the number of faces, number of edges and the number of vertices. Now, we learned about the faces, vertices, edges of the polyhedrons, how to find it out. Okay. We learned in detail about all types of polyhedrons, most of the types. Now, here there is a mathematician, a Swiss mathematician named Euler. Okay. He had found out a relation between the number of faces, vertices and edges. And he stated the formula like, if you take any simple convex polyhedron and count the number of faces, vertices and edges, they satisfy a relation. What is that relation, you know? The relation is number of faces plus number of vertices minus the number of edges will be always equal to 2. So, this is known as Euler's formula. Euler's formula states that in a simple convex polyhedron, the number of faces, vertices and edges satisfy a relation, that is f plus v minus e is equal to 2. So, this formula will help you to find any of the missing term from these 3 if we know the other 2. So, today we learned about prisms, pyramids and Euler's formula. That's all for today. Thank you.